Born in 47 BBY on Aria Prime, where she grew up as an only child, Lyra Erso quickly developed a love for science and geology. As a result, she came to study at the University of Rudrig before spearheading a search for rare crystalline deposits on Espinar. Lyra's expert knowledge of the planet's vast and lucrative cave system quickly caught the attention of Galen Erso and his field team, all of whom specialized in the study of such minerals. Intrigued by his focus and passion for science, Lyra gladly served as Galen's guide for the next 6 months. Unfortunately, their expedition failed to uncover any kyber crystals. However, it did prove fruitful in one major regard. Lyra and Galen departed Espinar as a couple and were married only 1 year later. 2 years after marrying Galen, the Clone Wars erupted. Despite this, Lyra continued to work alongside her husband as his lab assistant on Vault. Unfortunately, during their tenure researching kyber crystals for Zerpan Industries, a Confederacy-backed coup swept the planet. Galen and his pregnant wife were arrested amidst the chaos for espionage against the Separatists. Thankfully, 6 months following the birth of their daughter Jin, the Ersos were rescued by Orson Krennic. Lyra moved on to live a pampered life on a secluded Coruscant estate, while Galen researched the deepest secrets of energy transformation. However, she saw beyond the official sanitized accounts of the Clone Wars and the rise of the Galactic Empire. Lyra came to realize how ruthless the galactic government and how untrustworthy the silver-tongued Krennic could be. Consequently, knowing that their life on Coruscant was simply a different form of imprisonment to Vault, she planned to whisk Jin and Galen away. Security precautions at the time prohibited unapproved travel from the galactic capital, but with the aid of Saw Gerrera, the Ersos found a way to escape. Before swapping the bustling city life of Coruscant for the peaceful isolation of Lamu, Lyra began to study the Jedi Order's history and philosophies. Her fascination only continued to grow as the months passed. In fact, she believed herself to be mildly Force-sensitive. As a result, Lyra became fascinated with the Church of the Force and donned a red sash identified with sects of Force worshippers on planets such as Jeddah. The fugitive tended to agree with many of the Jedi Order's values, such as generosity, compassion, and peaceful resolution. However, she knew the latter of which could not be achieved when Krennic tracked down Galen. Lyra's sacrificial attitude ensured Jin's survival, but sadly, not her own. Now it's time for this week's question. Was Lyra Erso killed off too soon in Rogue One? Let me know in the comments below. Also, to have your say in future Rogue One lore videos, head on over to thecankrazans.com and get voting. Thanks for watching, and for more Star Wars related content, keep it locked here to the Cankrazans! Edrio and Benthic were born in 32 BBY on Yar Togna, the homeworld of the Tognath. With genetic ties to the Keldor and Gond, this evolutionarily ancient species combined both insectoid and mammalian traits, giving them both endo and exoskeletons.